Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening to all of you. Marilyn Southern here again on a Sunday, because why on a Sunday? Sunday is payday for us here in Western Australia. So waking up this morning to my always welcome email from CFX to tell me what my commissions have been from the traders on the trading floor this week on the foreign exchange. Let me share that with you. A 3.84% is what we've received with this week, and I'm going to share with you little chart that outlines that exactly what people have received according to their pack size, which is what they have with CFX. 8th to the 12th of August, 3.84% return on our investment, which to me is a big wow, much better than what I'm getting in the bank, as I always like to say. Now, this is what the returns would have looked like. Have looked like for all of us this week. No, this isn't. This is what we are aiming for at 100,000. Let me just change that and go on to what we've received this week. So this week at 3.84%, $300 trading pack, $210, of course, which is 70%, is traded on the foreign exchange on our behalf. The other 30% of that pack value is the pool from where our commissions and bonuses are distributed, and it also is where the product, our e-learning academy, where you can learn to become an expert trader on the foreign exchange market yourself, is available as well. Left out an A in that trading. How interesting. $300, you would have received $8.06. My pack final payment today, $53.76 before I upgraded to the next one. And now I've got a $3,000 pack. So I would have received $80.64. I've upgraded today, and in 72 hours, that upgrade will be reflected in the earnings that I receive. We receive earnings every day from the traders, and that's indicated in our back office, so we can keep track of how those 5 days of trading have gone, because the foreign exchange market trades 5 days per week, 24 hours per day. CFX is very risk averse because it is trading a lot of money for a lot of people across the world. And because it was established as a legacy company, it has a policy to be very risk averse, to protect the earnings and the funds of those people who are in more vulnerable situations, and see CFX as perhaps the only way they'll be able to earn any passive income to prepare for a future life. If you'd had $100,000 with CFX, you would have earned this last day is $2,688. And you can see why it's an aspiration of us to increase our trading pack size just by building up with the returns we receive each week, because we can go from $300 up to $100,000, where we have a nice tidy income of $2,688 for the week. Pretty smart. Now, let me go back to that previous slide that I was talking about. This is aiming for $100,000. This is 4.5% trading. At the moment, with what's going on in the world, it's around about 4% that we're earning each week. The $300 trading pack would take 6.5 months to earn $250 to upgrade, just using the balance to $500. 6.5 months. 10 months to upgrade up to $3,000. And this is what we call the elemental series. There's no difference in what we return. The rate of return is exactly the same across all packs. So it takes 38 months to get from $300 to where you're ready to upgrade to $5,000. And this is the interesting thing. It takes 32 months, takes a little less time to upgrade from $5,000 to the $100,000. All in all, 70 months if you're just relying on your bare capital, which is what we call the passive income that we earn from the trading pool. I just thought I'd show that to you, because it can seem as though it's going to take forever to achieve anything, but if you've got something a little more substantial, it doesn't take long at all. And from $70,000 to $100,000 only takes 4 months. And I know of a gentleman who started last year before me in October with $30,000 and is now on $100,000. Quite happy with what he's received. And of course, we can accelerate that by increasing the earnings that we receive when we share this with other people. And you can't help but share it because the interest or the return on investment is so good. This is just member updates on the next phase. P2C and phase 2 evolution will follow. Payment card is currently being rolled out. Registrations are open. They do require KYC, so full identification protocols, just as if you are opening up a bank account. The card will be both available digitally and physically, and it will enable us to have access to our balance in fiat and in cryptocurrencies. P2C, which is the next phase from CFX, because CFX is expanding and it does need to make itself fully compliant in all the countries in which it would like to operate, particularly the US and Canada. And it is currently at beta testing. CFX will eventually phase out, and they are rolling this into what they call P2C before they go into the next phase of phase 2 evolution. So it's P2C that we'll currently be aiming for. That's why the card is there, so that we can access that in fiat and cryptocurrency. Currently it's at beta testing. And P2C will remain Bitcoin in. So when you purchase a pack, it will still be required to be in Bitcoin and Bitcoined out. So any withdrawals will need to also be done in Bitcoin. But a new processor has been engaged for this. Withdrawals are still being manually audited to make sure that everything is fully compliant for the launch of the next phase. But members who have shared with at least one other with CFX will be grandfathered into the new P2C program. And we're all going to gradually do that until there's such a time that CFX decide that CFX as it exists now with its 15-pack tiered system will be no more, and we'll all join P2C. The options are available for those who don't want to do that. Of course, they can simply allow their packs to cap out, which is to allow them to achieve the 200% growth, which is what CFX contract with us to do, that whatever pack level we buy with CFX, the contract they make is that they will double that at least. And of course, as I've mentioned before, you can increase that. That can be up to 400% of your initial pack purchase if you decide to share this with other people. And you can't help but do it, because when you see the returns coming in each week, it's a no-brainer. But that's Marilyn Southern over and out. Just a quick update today, and look forward to speaking with you next week.